Hi guys, it's Nico, and on this video I will be creating a spinning diamond animation using After Effects. The animation will be something like this. Oops. Well, don't worry, they're easy to be made, so let's make one. Alright, let's get started. Open new composition, set the artboard width to 1920 pixels and the height to 1080 pixels, and set the duration to 10 seconds. Then press OK. Right click on the composition, new, and open as solid. Click on Effect and Preset, and on the search bar type grid. You should find a generate grid, drag it into the solid layer. I will leave the grid setting as it is. Let's change the opacity to 10%. Open the solid layer, go to transform, then opacity, type 10. Now rename the layer to grid and lock it. Now we will be drawing the diamond. We'll start here in the bottom middle. Let's choose the pen tool. Make sure the fill is set to none and stroke white and set to 2 pixels. I will zoom in so I can be more precise. Make sure you open anchor point right between the grids. And also follow my grid line so we can have the same effect. Rename this layer to diamond so we can keep a better track of our layers. Now we need to put a line from the left to the right of the diamond. Go to the diamond layer, open contents, then click on the add and choose path. Make the original path invisible by clicking on the eye icon. Add anchor point on the left and one more on the right. Make the original path visible again. Alright, so we have the diamond shape. Now we need to create a spinning effect. We will need to draw one more line, basically the left side of the diamond, and it will spin around the diamond. So let's make the diamond invisible and draw that line with the pen tool. Again, let's start from the bottom. Alright, now we have that line we need. Rename it to spinning. And let's do that spinning effect. Let's open the layer, then content, shape, and choose path. Open a keyframe at the beginning. Now I want you to go to the selection tool and select the diamond and choose the pen tool. This is the only way it works. So go to 3 seconds and open one more keyframe. Now drag the anchor points on the other end of the diamond, but make sure to zoom in so they are in the perfect fit. Let's make the diamond visible and test this. Alright, looks good. So now we will add multiple lines to the diamond. First, set the time indicator to 1 second. Then select only the shape, copy it with Ctrl+C and paste it with Ctrl+V. Now set it to 2 seconds. Again, copy it with Ctrl+C and paste it with Ctrl+V. Move it to 3 seconds and let's do one more copy. And now let's test it again. Alright, perfect. Move the time indicator to 2 seconds, where the diamond is full. Let's see now where it ends. Alright, 7 seconds. Okay, drag the ruler to 7 seconds. Let's test it and see if it's looping fine. Alright, good. Now right click on the time ruler and choose trim comb to work area. Select the diamond shape in the spinning effect and let's increase the stroke to 20 pixels. Now let's add gradient into the diamond shape. Select the diamond layer, go to fill and choose linear gradient. Leave it opacity to 60%, then press OK. Play around with the gradient handle. We need a bit lighting at the bottom and black on the top. Let's switch the blue color into white. Go to the diamond layer, open content, then shape, choose gradient, select edit gradient, make the dark blue into black. And the light blue to light gray. Now we will do a reverse spinning effect. Go to the spinning layer, hit Ctrl+D to duplicate the layer, then rename it to reverse spinning. And drag it below the diamond shape. Now open the reverse spinning effect, type path on the search bar. With holding Ctrl, select all the paths. Then right click on one of them, go keyframe assistant and select time reverse keyframes. Now let's play it and see what will happen. Yeah, it gives an interesting effect, like the lines are spinning behind the diamond. Alright, sorry about the smaller interface. I had some problem with the screen recording and I switched to a different graphic card. But it's no biggie, so let's continue working and do a shiny effect on the diamond. First, hide all the layers so we can work in a clean artboard. Choose the pen tool, remove the gradient and draw a line into the middle of the artboard. I think it's too big. I will shrink it using the selection tool. Select it and align it to the center, but move it a bit up. Alright, perfect. Now go to the layer, rename this to a shiny, and change the layer colors so we can keep a better track. Open the layer. On the top of the contents you should see add, select it and choose repeater. Open repeater, then open transformation repeater 1, change the position to 0 and rotation to 60%. Let's increase the copies to 7 and shrink the anchor points till they are closer. Alright. The shape looks too big, so let's scale it down, but we can't scale it from here. We need to go to transform and then scale it. Since we scale it, the stroke is going to be smaller. Let's also increase the stroke to 10 more pixels. Now again, let's go to content, and top of content you should see add, choose trim pads, move the time indicator to 2 seconds, set the start to 100%, then open a keyframe, move the time indicator to quarter second, increase it to 0. On the middle of these two keyframes, open an end keyframe and add one more keyframe to end and decrease this to 0. Let's select all the keyframes and hit F9 on the keyboard. Now we have easy ease and the animation is a lot smoother. Make all the layers visible and let's put the shiny effect randomly all over the diamond. I will put the first one over here. Let's make a copy, Ctrl plus D, then drag it, oops, drag that tiny X. Now we will need to move the keyframes on the trim path effect. We need to do this so they can pop in a different time. I'll make few copies and speed up this video to the next step. Looks perfect. The only thing we need is to make the diamond flow, and to do that we need to change the diamond position. First, let's select all the layers except the diamond layer. Now drag the parent pick into the diamond. Now all the layers are following the diamond. Select the diamond layer, hit P on the keyboard so you can open the position keyframe, open one position keyframe at the beginning and one more position at the end. If you notice when trying to scroll the indicator to 7 seconds, it won't go there. I don't know why. So to do that, I will just use my forward keyboard arrow to move it exactly to 7 seconds. Now move the time indicator exactly to 4 quarters Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and open a keyframe. And again from the other side, 4 corners, open a keyframe. On this keyframe, move the diamond a bit up, and on this keyframe, move the diamond a bit down. Alright, now let's make one more test. Yeah, and it looks perfect. Alright guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, hit the like button. I'm also doing live streaming events every time when I try to come up with a new concept for a video. So make sure to subscribe and check out my live stream. Alright, cheers.